Good morning, class. Today we will discuss the next topic of the chapter, classification of industries. As you know, in the previous chapter, we have discussed the importance of the industries, and in that particular, we knew about all like how the industries are beneficial for any economy. Like when we talk about the developing, developed, and underdeveloped. So there we have discussed many points. So no need of reminding them, and simultaneously we had discussed the industrial location. So in industrial location we know that certain factors are there, and in those factors particularly industry depends there that industry grows. Now here we'll discuss the classification of industries. So classification of industries, this the we are very much familiar because in junior classes we have all read about it. So list of the various manufacturers products, as we know in daily we use, and everyone knows that, like in as in written in the book, like transistor, electric bulbs, vegetable oil, cement, glassware, petrol, matches, scooters, automobiles, medicine, and also on. So if we classify these are based on the criterion, we would be able to understand their manufacturing better. So industries may be classified as follows. On the basis of sources of raw material we can classify into certain bases. Like first is agro-based industries. We know that cotton, woolen, jute, and silk, textile, rubber, and sugar, tea, coffee, edible oil. Another is mineral based industries. They are iron and steel, cement, aluminium, machine tools, and petrochemicals. Another second category is that according to the main role. Main role means like basic key industries are those which are supply their product as raw material to manufacture and other goods. For example, iron and steel and copper and smelting, aluminium smelting. Smelting we know when you can say ore are melt and converted into the particular shape like iron and steel industries. So consumer industries that produce the goods for a direct use of consumer: sugar, toothpaste, paper, swing machine, fan, etc. On the basis of capital investment, a small scale industry is defined with reference to the maximum allowed on the base asset of unit, and this limit has covered the period of time and present maximum investment allowed rupees 1 crore. Another is on the basis of ownership. Basis of ownership: public and private and joint and cooperative. So all these basis like public sector means which comes under government, like bail sale. These are the industries, and private sector industries on the operate and individuals of group of disco, bazaars, auto, Dabur industries. So these are the private. Joint sector. Joint sector industries are run by the individuals or the group of individuals. So Oil India Limited, or jointly owned by the public and private sector. Another is cooperative sector. Industries are owned, operated by the producers or suppliers, raw materials, workers, and both. So they pool the resources. ये आपका SGS जैसा ही है. Cooperatives, many time I taught you in the class whenever we discussed economic. So they pool the resources and share the profit or loss proportionately, such as example of the Sagar industries in Maharashtra and Coir industries in Kerala. Many can be there. Another based on the bulk and weight raw material industries. They are heavy industries such as iron and steel industry. Another light industry that use light raw materials, produce light goods such as electrical good industries. Another if we see the activity, so activity two groups are there on the bulk, weight, and raw material. So we can segregate them, which are the light industries and heavy industries. So the first category will start, that is agro based industries. Agro based industries, there are many, so we'll try to discuss them in the chapter. So firstly we will take the textile industry, which is agro based industry. Here this chart has been given for the textile industry. So we see it later, when we discuss the textile industry. So textile industry, we know that sometimes children get confused when they study history and geography both. This question generally comes in from age of industrialization and history and geography both. So here you will identify the things that when we are studying this question in geography, only we are looking for setup of industries and the you can say how they are working, the machinery production, like all we will discuss in geography. But when we are discussing this topic in history, only the British rule, the condition of workers and the condition of industries we were discussing there. So this is the only difference here when we are going to discuss. So textile industries, the industries occupies unique position in the Indian economy because it contributes significantly to industrial production, employment generation, and for foreign exchange. Earning it is only industries in the country which is self-reliant and complete in the value chain, that is raw material to the high value added products. मतलब ये एक ऐसा इंडस्ट्री है हमारे कंट्री का जिसमें कि हम पूरा उसको रूट से लेकर टॉप तक सारा मटेरियल प्रोवाइड करते हैं, सब चीज़ें यहीं पर ही हमें मिल जाती हैं, हमें कहीं से कुछ बोरो करने की ज़रूरत नहीं। सो कॉटन टेक्सटाइल इन एंशंट इंडिया, अगर हम देखें पुराने टाइम में, दे वर प्रोड्यूस्ड हैंड स्पिनिंग हैंडलूम वीविंग टेक्निक्स। आफ्टर 18th century पावरलूम्स केम इनटू यूज एंड अवर ट्रेडिशनल इंडस्ट्रीज सफर्ड। सो वो सारा ब्रिटिश टाइम हम याद कर सकते हैं, सेट बैक ड्यूरिंग द colonial period and because they could not compete with the mill made both from England। पहले वो सब स्ट्रीट्स में बताने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, हाउ द पीपल हैड सफर्ड एंड लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम दे फेस ड्यूरिंग द ब्रिटिश टाइम एंड द क्राफ्ट हैज़ बीन you can say declined and people thoroughly depended on the British government. So in early years, the cotton textile industry was concentrated in the cotton growing belt Maharashtra and Gujarat. Availability of raw material, market, transport, यहाँ हम geographical factor discuss कर रहे हैं, history में ऐसा नहीं होता है, ठीक है। So availability of raw and transport including accessible port facilities, labor, moist climate, etc. contributed towards its localization, and the industry has close link with the agriculture and provide a living to the farmers, cotton, bowl and pluckers, and the workers engaged in ginning, spinning, weaving, and dyeing, designing, packaging, tailoring, and sewing. So the industries, by creating demand, supports many other industries such as the chemical, dyeing, packaging, materials, and engineering work. So while spinning continues to be the centralized in Maharashtra, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu, weaving is highly decentralized to provide the scope of incorporating traditional skill and design to weaving in cotton, skills, silk and jari and embroidery, etc. India has world-class production spinning. So we cannot forget this. This paragraph is showing the importance of our textile industries, means fine quality, fine variety in the whole world that is popular. So but weaving supplies a low quality fabric, it is cannot use much of high quality yarn produced in the country, and weaving is done by the handloom and power loom in mill। मतलब हम ज़्यादा हाई क्वालिटी का यूज़ नहीं करते, वो आपको मैंने मॉर्निंग में भी बताया था आज ऑनलाइन क्लास के थ्रू, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ जो पॉपुलेशन है जिसको हम कहते हैं मोस्ट ऑफ पीपल आर ऑफ मिडिल क्लास एंड लोअर मिडिल क्लास, सो जनरली दे पीपल डोंट अफोर्ड सच काइंड ऑफ, और डेली वियर्स के ही ज़्यादा यूज़ होते हैं fabric. So hand spun khadi provides large scale employment to the weavers in the home as the cottage industry. तो because of textile industry से ही cottage industries भी grow करती है। So India exports yarn to Japan and other exporters to cotton goods, and India, UK, US, Russia, France, East European countries, Nepal, Singapore, Sri Lanka, and African countries, we have large scale in the world trade. Cotton yarn, our spinning mill are competitive at the global level and capable of using all the fibers we produce. So weaving and knitting and processing units cannot use much of the high quality of yarn, and it is the produced in the country, and there are some large and modern factories in this segment, but most of the production in the fragmented small units which cater to the local market, and this mismatch is major drawback of the industry. So as a result, many of our spinners export cotton yarn, while apparel garment and manufacturer have import fabric. So यहाँ तक मेनली जो हमारा था वो एक तरीके से इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ टेक्सटाइल था, जिसमें कि हम मेन पॉइंट क्या कर सकते हैं कि टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्रीज़ जो है वो मतलब एक इम्पोर्टेंट इंडस्ट्री है एग्रो बेस्ड इंडस्ट्रीज़ का, और कॉटन इसमें मेन है। एंशियंट टाइम से हमारे यहाँ इतना ट्रेडिशनली जो है इसका यूज़ होता चला आया है। फिर उसके बाद वी हैव डिस्कस्ड कि ब्रिटिश पीरियड में हमारा जो था कितना प्रोडक्शन हुआ, लेकिन फिर भी क्या है हम फाइन क्वालिटी का बनाते हैं, और कौन कौन से रीज़न इसमें, गुजरात, महाराष्ट्र, ठीक है। और फिर इसके बाद क्यों ये इतना फ्लरिश कर रहा है, बिकॉज ऑफ डिमांड एंड फैसिलिटीज़ एंड यू कैन से मार्केट एंड एरिया। फिर उसके बाद सारे काम जो हैं ऑल दैट कैन बी डन एट वन प्लेस एट वन रीज़न, सो दैट्स वाई, एंड साइमल्टेनियसली बेस्ट क्वालिटी ऑफ वर्क इज़ प्रोवाइडेड। फिर साथ साथ क्या है यहाँ पर हाई क्वालिटी का हम इतना कंज्यूम नहीं कर पाते हैं, तो ना इतना लोअर और मिडिल, मॉडरेट काइंड ऑफ क्वालिटी वी यूज़। और हमारा जो एक्सपोर्ट है दैट इज़ टू दीज बेसिक कंट्रीज़, ये हमने देखा यहाँ पर। and after this we can see the map of cotton textile industries in India, where it is flourished: cotton, woolen and silk, all textile we are talking about. So black is shown particularly with black dot, and so this is the result कि आज हमारे यहाँ ये important fabric है, और इसका जो mainly है कि significant है, और थोड़ा इसमें प्रॉब्लम भी है। वो प्रॉब्लम क्या है, इरेटिक मशीनरी नीड्स हैं, अपग्रेडेड नहीं है। वीविंग जो मतलब अच्छी मशीनरी की लैक की वजह से कुछ टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्रीज़ जो हैं वो बंद भी हुए हैं, ठीक है। तो यहाँ तक हमारा इसमें मेन था जो हमने इसको रीडिंग किया। अब इसके बाद हमारा जूट शुरू होगा नेक्स्ट वीक में, नेक्स्ट वीडियो वी विल डू विद दैट जूट टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्रीज़। ओके, वी लीव दिस वीडियो हेयर। थैंक यू, बाय बाय।